Jesse Rodriguez is a professional boxer from the United States. He has been the holder of world championships in two different weight classes, including the unified WBO flyweight title since April 2023 and the IBF flyweight title since December 2023. Previously, in the year 2022, he was the holder of the super flyweight championship from the WBC. According to the most recent rankings, Rodriguez is placed third among the world's super flyweights by The Ring magazine, second among the Transnational Boxing Rankings Board, and fourth among BoxTrek. Thus, keep watching this video to have a better understanding of why Jesse Rodriguez has the potential to become the next boxing superstar. Throughout his amateur career, Rodriguez achieved two achievements. He won the United States National Youth Championships in 2015 and 2016, and he also won the Junior Open Tournament in 2016. It was during the Junior World Championships that he was awarded the silver medal, which is the highest international honor. On March 10, 2017, Rodriguez made his debut in the professional boxing world, competing against Mauricio Cruz and prevailing by a unanimous decision. As the year 2019 came to a close, Rodriguez had built a record of 10-0, with 6 of those triumphs being achieved via the use of stoppage. On the undercard of the fight between Mikey Garcia and Jesse Vargas, which was supposed to take place on February 29, 2020, Rodriguez was slated to compete against Marco Sesteda. The fight was won by Rodriguez with a technical knockout in the 8th round. Daniel Rivera, who had previously challenged Rodriguez for the WBC light flyweight belt, was the opponent that Rodriguez was slated to fight on September 5, 2020. The fight was won by him with a knockout in the first round. He knocked Rivera down 3 times by the time the first round reached the 2-minute mark. The fight between Rodriguez and Saul Juarez was set to take place on December 12, 2020, as part of the undercard event that featured the junior lightweight match between Shakur Stevenson and Toka Khan Clary. During the second round, Rodriguez successfully knocked out Juarez, living up to his position as the heavyweight betting favorite. In late 2021, it was anticipated that Rodriguez would be challenged by Esteban Bermudez, who is currently holding the title of WBA regular champion. However, the fight was ultimately cancelled because it did not gain clearance from the WBA. On the contrary, Rodriguez was supposed to fight Jose Alejandro Burgos on October 16, 2021, a fighter whom he ultimately defeated by a knockout in the 4th round. Rodriguez versus Cuadras. In the fight for the WBC USNBC Flyweight Championship, Rodriguez was scheduled to compete against Fernando Diaz on February 5, 2022. Also, this fight was scheduled to take place on the undercard of the WBC Super Flyweight title match between Srissaket Sor Rungvisai and Carlos Cuadras. Almost immediately after the fight was made public, it was reported that Rodriguez had inked a promotional partnership with Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing. On the other hand, on the 31st of January, it was revealed that Srissaket had withdrawn from his fight against Cuadras and that Rodriguez would be replacing him with a 5-day notice. On the 1st of December in 2018, this was Rodriguez's debut bout in the super flyweight division. By unanimous judgment, Rodriguez emerged victorious in the battle. A total of 3 judges gave him a score of 115 to 112 in favor of the fight, with 2 of them giving him a score of 117 to 110. The only knockdown of the fight came from him in the 3rd round when he delivered a right uppercut to the former champion, which took him out of the fight. Thus, Rodriguez became the youngest active titleist in the sport as a result of his victory in the championship. Sor Rungvisai versus Rodriguez. On June 25, 2022, Rodriguez was supposed to make his first title defense against Srissaket Sor Rungvisai, who had previously held the titles of WBC Super Flyweight Champion, Lineal Champion, and The Ring Magazine Champion. Since it was scheduled to take place in the Techport Arena in San Antonio, Texas, the championship fight was scheduled to be the main event of a DAZN broadcast card. Therefore, Rodriguez was able to halt Sor Rungvisai with a barrage of blows at the 1-minute 50 mark, which resulted in a technical knockout victory for Rodriguez. Also, it was 1 minute into the 7th round that he delivered a left hook to Sor Rungvisai, which caused him to go to the ground. Thus, Rodriguez triumphed against Sor Rungvisai in terms of the overall number of punches landed, 233 to 84, as well as the number of power punches landed, 119 to 72. Gonzalez versus Rodriguez. When Rodriguez faced Israel Gonzalez, a 3-time challenger for the Super Flyweight World Championship and the 10th ranked contender for the WBC belt, he successfully defended his title for the second bout. The bout was supposed to take place on September 17, 2022 at the T-Mobile Arena in Paradise, Nevada, and was slated to be a co-headliner of the Canelo Alvarez vs. Gennady Golovkin III DAZN pay-per-view event. So, Rodriguez was able to maintain his championship with a unanimous decision, his scores being 118 to 109, 117 to 110, and 114 to 113. Rodriguez has resigned from the Super Flyweight Championship in order to participate in the Flyweight division, according to the World Boxing Council, which made the announcement on October 26, 2022. Rodriguez vs. Gonzalez. The WBO Ratings Committee gave its approval on October 28, 2022 to Rodriguez's request that he be rated as the top contender at Flyweight and immediately contest for the championship. As a result of Junto Nakatani's decision to relinquish his championship in order to advance to the Super Flyweight division, the sanctioning body decided to arrange a title fight between Rodriguez and Christian Gonzalez, who is regarded as their second largest flyweight contender. It was scheduled to take place on April 8, 2023, at the Boeing Center at Techport in San Antonio, Texas. Rodriguez has once again established himself as the sport's youngest active titleist by virtue of his victory in the bout, which was decided by unanimous decision with scores of 116 to 112, 117 to 111, and 118 to 110. Edwards vs. Rodriguez. In the main event of a DAZN broadcast show that took place on December 16, 2023, at the Desert Diamond Arena in Glendale, Arizona, Rodriguez competed against Sonny Edwards, who was the four-time reigning champion of the International Boxing Federation Flyweight division. After Edwards withdrew from the fight at the conclusion of the 9th round, he was able to unify the belts by a stoppage from the 9th round. Edwards was knocked down for the third time in his professional career as a result of Rodriguez's ability to knock down his opponent once in the 9th round. The overall number of punches that Rodriguez landed was 238 to 138, and the number of power punches that he landed was 180 to 75. Overall, Rodriguez was successful in hitting 62% of his power blows. Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez seems to have accomplished his goal of winning over almost everyone. After 9 rounds, the Londoners' cornermen were forced to stop the onslaught by the now unified 112-pound champion who completely destroyed Sonny Edwards, a technician who had never been defeated before. Thus, it was his third victory against an exceptional opponent in his last 5 bouts, which included a decision victory over veteran Carlos Quadros to earn a vacant championship at 115 pounds, and a knockout victory over Sor Rungvisai, who has the potential to become a Hall of Famer in the future's classification. Additionally, he triumphed against Christian Gonzalez by a unanimous decision, despite the fact that he fought practically the whole of the fight with a fractured jaw, demonstrating that he is just as tough as anybody else in the entire sport. Pound for pound is the hyphenated compound term that begins with the letter P that a lot of perceptive observers use to characterize the 23-year-old Texan. This is because of his perfect record, with his A grades on the eye test. In addition, Boxing Junkie placed Rodriguez's bout with Edwards as an honorable mention on their list. Remember that there were some extremely excellent fighters sitting right above him in the top 15 before his fight versus Edwards. These fighters were Errol Spence, Vasily Lomachenko, Artur Beterbiev, Shakur Stevenson, and David Benavidez, who were ranked number 11 through number 15. At the end of the day, we came to the conclusion that Rodriguez needed to jump all of the above and move up to the 11th spot immediately below another rising star, Devin Haney, who is ranked 10th. There's a possibility that Rodriguez's meteoric climb will continue. He has said that he intends to go back up to the 115-pound weight class, where he would want to face Juan Francisco Estrada, who is rated 5th. So it would be another opportunity for him to go up the list if he were to compete against that opponent. Leave a comment below and tell us whether you believe that Jesse Rodriguez has the potential to become the face of boxing in the next 2 years, as well as the reasons behind your belief. And that wraps things up. We appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Please hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one.